Ashley, a lot of people are simply sitting here saying, when is this going to hit Baton Rouge? When are we going to see the worst of it at this point?
Hey guys, so as of the 5 o'clock advisory, now until the end of this, we're going to get an hourly update from the National Hurricane Center, and it's roughly 60 miles southeast of Baton Rouge. And so it is moving to the north-northwest. Originally it was moving northwest, but it's starting to make that turn to the north. Eventually it could start to move due north, but the problem is it made landfall at 11:55 this morning in Port Fourchon. And then it made another landfall because it was moving over Terrebonne Bay, and it really has not weakened since then. It has from winds of 150 now down to 130, but it's been inland for 5 hours now, and so it has max sustained winds of 130 miles per hour. So it is still a dangerous Cat 4 hurricane, and with it slowing down, our impacts are going to last longer. The slowdown was expected, so I don't want folks to think, oh my goodness, it's stalling out. That's not the case. It is moving. It's just moving slowly. Pressure has remained the same as well, so it has not weakened, and you don't see this all too often. And so we're going to start to see the worst of it over the next couple of hours, but we may not be done with this until tomorrow morning, maybe pre-dawn hours if it continues to move this slowly. So again, still has max sustained winds of 130 miles per hour, and this is what I'll start to explain to you guys. So the cone of uncertainty obviously is getting a bit smaller, obviously, because we know what's going to happen from this point, and very rarely do storms stay on this exact path. It could wobble a little more to the west, could wobble a little more to the east, but it's likely going to pass between Baton Rouge and Hammond. And so if it moves more toward Baton Rouge, we're going to feel some hurricane force winds. And you can see 1 a.m. Monday, it's expected to be a Cat 1 hurricane. That's north of us. So again, we still have ways to go with this, and it should just gradually weaken. But you know what? At this point, as of 4 o'clock, the National Hurricane Center was saying that hurricane force winds extend 45 miles from the center. So even if it passes near Walker, Baton Rouge, we're going to feel some hurricane force winds. And again, even if it even moves closer toward Hammond, we're still going to feel hurricane force winds, and tropical storm force winds extend over 130 miles from the center. So regardless, we're looking at some pretty significant wind damage, possibly widespread power outages. And if folks are losing power already with these squalls moving through, we're more than likely going to have some widespread power outages. What's left of the eye is moving over I-12, most likely going across directly over Livingston Parish, and you see I-55 right here. I just got word in from the National Weather Service that the flash flood warning that's in effect for Livingston Parish and then southern Tangipahoa Parish is going to be a flash flood emergency. So the difference between a flash flood warning, obviously, we could have flash flooding that's imminent or occurring, but this is life-threatening. A flash flood emergency, that's only issued if it is life-threatening or possibly catastrophic flooding. And it's because of the heavy rainfall. You see all that red. We're still, even though we have a weakening hurricane, all of this red, that was the outer eye wall, and just the eastern portion of the eye wall that was just sitting over Laplace, causing extensive flooding, catastrophic flooding, which I'll get to about that in a minute. Now all of that is over Killian, Ponchatoula, Hammond, and they're saying the combination of storm surge and all of the heavy rain that's expected, that new flash flood warning is going to turn into a flash flood emergency. We've had extensive and catastrophic flooding for Laplace. I'm seeing just heartbreaking reports on Twitter. If you search hashtag LAWX, and I'm seeing it on Instagram as well, seeing reports that people are trapped in their homes, and people are tweeting out, sending out Instagram posts with their addresses for people to go and help them. They're either on their roofs, they're trapped, their children, all of that. So those are reports, heartbreaking reports, and I actually had a viewer reach out asking me to relay this information. And it's going to be difficult, obviously, to get to these homes, but I know people are offering up their boats and such to go for these water rescues.